Ah no, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And tonight, Manchester United have to face Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and it is the first game back from the winter break, and it is a big one, especially for the top four situation. So for the team, I've gone for Ighalo, obviously new signing Ighalo. I reckon he'll be put in straight into the side as the striker, with Bruno Fernandes behind him, Martial on the left hand side, Matic, Fred and James on the right hand side, and then obviously Luke Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka and De Gea in net. So let's talk about let's play match and talk about last week's, or the week before, the game before our winter break, which was against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it finished 0-0, to be honest with you. I can't really remember much, so unfortunately I had to watch the highlights, the mini highlights that you get after a game. So we didn't have many chances first half, both teams, it's pretty much, both teams cancelled each other out. Second half it was more Man United, where we had a couple chances in the second half where we should have scored, well, could have and could have scored. But yeah, the first half it was pretty much all Man United. Controlling possession. Wolves did have a couple chances. They had a couple chances, but David De Gea just either caught or saved. So yeah, let's start off with obviously. Bruno Fernandes had his shot from outside the box. It's pretty much straight at Rui Patricio, so he saved that. Literally then after that it was pretty much not much into it. So second half, talking to the second half, we had a couple chances. Juan Mata had a couple chances. He had a shot saved. He had a shot just went wide of the post. It was unlucky. And then I think someone else had a shot. It was deflected and it almost caught Rui Patricio out, which is lucky. And then also, what also do we have? I can't remember. Diogo Dalot had a chance right at the end with a header that I think he didn't. It wasn't like expecting. It's one of them ones that you don't expect it, but it just went wide. I thought he scored that, and especially if we got that goal, it would have been a really good 3 points to pick up, and but now obviously I think we're now sitting in ninth. Because obviously other teams have played during the winter break, and this is our game in hand against the top four. But Chelsea obviously it's going to be a hard one because Chelsea are a really good side. All right, we beat them in the League Cup 2-1 at their place. Obviously, remember to that Rashford free kick. But Chelsea, they are a good side this season. They are fourth for a reason. And but I reckon United will give them a game. So obviously in that Wolves game we saw our new signing Bruno Fernandes playing. I think he pretty much controlled most of the first half. Him and Mata. It was more Mata than him because Mata was playing on the right hand side. Personally, I don't think it works when we play Mata and Bruno Fernandes in the same team, because I think he's how do I explain this? They go in each other, they get in each other's way. I think in that game, which I think he was brought off in that Wolves game, the Juan Mata in the end. But I thought he had a good game. First half he was playing as the number 10, and then after half time, Bruno Fernandes kind of went into midfield a bit more, as a line midfielder more than an attacking midfielder, more than like a 10. I would expect for this game, Matic is back and Fred is back, so I expect them two will be in midfield this game, and then obviously Bruno Fernandes will be in. Oh, unlucky. Will be in this side. I expect Ighalo will as well. Obviously after the Wolves game, it was a January transfer window deadline day. So obviously there's loads of speculation about Josh King, loads of speculation about Ighalo. There is William Jose, the Real Sociedad player. There's quite a lot of how do I explain it? Yeah, quite a lot of quite a lot of rumours, that's the word. And then obviously in the end, right in the late hour, we did sign Ighalo on a 6-month loan, and I think, I think that's the best signing we could have got, personally. We was linked with Josh King. Personally, he is a Premier League player. He was injured at the time. I reckon we should have got, I think didn't Bournemouth want like 40-50 million for Josh King as well. I don't think it was really worth the money. So to get him to get Ighalo out on loan, I think that was the best. Best idea. It kind of reminds me of when we signed Henrik Larsson for like 6 months. It might work, it might not, but we just got to hope that it works. And I just think he will play. I reckon he will play some part to this game against Chelsea. Whether or not it will be, the whole game, or he'll be on the subs bench. If he's on the subs bench, maybe, Martial will be put on the striker, and then maybe Greenwood and Dan James will play. But I reckon, Ighalo will be put straight into the team, personally, for tonight. It would be interesting to see if he starts or not. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes, I think he needs to start that game. I think, he had a really good game. He did have a really good game in that Wolves game. I think he did, alright, once he started playing as the, as a holding midfielder in that game against Wolves, he pretty much didn't, run the show as much as he did in that first half. So, I reckon he'll play. Obviously, Matic and Fred. We've still got McTominay. McTominay looks like he will be out for the next week or so. So he'll still be out. Twanzebe and Fosu Mensah will be out as well. No sign of Paul Pogba yet, which is unfortunate. Apparently, he might be back for the Man City derby, which is quite interesting. So yeah. So talking of the Man City, I don't know if you guys know, but that was a bit of a palaver the other day, wasn't it? That Man City got a 2-year ban. Well, they will appeal it, obviously. I was going to say, isn't that a foul? They will appeal it, but for breaking UEFA financial fair play, that's quite funny. But yeah. They've been banned for 2 seasons in all European competition, and apparently there's talk of points deduction from the Premier League as well. The Premier League hasn't actually come out and said anything yet, which is quite surprising. And there's also talk of maybe, giving the titles back to what they've won in the recent years as well. So maybe Liverpool would have won the title last season. There's talk of obviously Man United won as well. Where we came second with Mourinho. There's quite a lot of talk about that, but obviously there's that as well. Anyway, let's talk about tonight. Obviously Chelsea, I can't remember who Chelsea played last in the last game. Didn't they play last weekend? I'm pretty sure they played last weekend. Did they play? I don't think they did, actually. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, Chelsea, it will be a hard game because obviously Chelsea are a good side. They could easily beat anyone on their day. But it depends what kind of, what kind of player, what kind of team that comes out. If it's a Chelsea, we know, or we got lucky there. If it's the Chelsea we all know and love, well, we don't love Chelsea obviously, but it's just, if it's the Chelsea, where we beat them 4-0 at the beginning of the season, I'd love that personally, but I can't see us winning, to be honest with you. I reckon it'll be, both teams will be, quite a bit bad because obviously because of the winter break. Both teams will try to settle in and stuff like that. But it will be a hard game nonetheless. Obviously, with Ighalo, it depends what depends what type of game he's going to play as well. Depends what type of game Bruno Fernandes. It would be a really good game to see like a Bruno Fernandes run the show and maybe get a goal and assist. But I don't think that's going to happen just yet. But for my score prediction for this week, for tonight, the Monday night game, I reckon I'd love to see United nick it. I reckon there will be goals. But I could see, to be honest, I could see Man United going all the way and getting a 1-0 victory or something like that. But yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go for 1-0 victory. I finished 0-0 here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 0-0, but I reckon there will be goals in this game. But I just think, you know, United will just maybe nick it. I reckon United will nick it. I reckon, you know, if we need that kick, you know, to move on and get a couple good victories under our belt, because we oh, sorry, excuse me. bit of indigestion. Anyway, yeah, a bit of we need that kick, and I was unlucky to finish 0-0 there. I was looking at the match facts, but yeah, I think United will nick it. I reckon it might be a 1-0 victory or 2-1 or something like that again. So anyway, guys, I'm actually going to leave it here. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.